Good morning all, Sunday the 20th of February. It is 2 o'clock my time. Hope you all had a good trading week last week, so it's time to go over all the pairs again. Few pairs running in profit and some that I'm still waiting for, which we'll go over now. First is EURGBP that we're on here at the moment. I was looking for price to hold this level, and it had a quick reversal, but it hit that flip resistance zone and price is heading south again, and I would look for price to be holding this bottom level here that we've seen a reversal from. It's a bit of a weird pair, this one, at the moment. The pound's moving sideways. The euro is obviously heavily affected by the US dollar. So yeah, we're not seeing some good price action. I suppose last week even price action across the board for many pairs was just all over the show. There's no real structure going on. Obviously, the threat of war from Russia is not really feasible now. It's phased out. It's just a little scare story. It's amazing how these things can affect the market when it's a non-story, a non-starter. So EURGBP, I'm still waiting on this pair. I'd like to see support form again around this little demand zone at the bottom. Well, it's a big demand zone at the bottom here. So if we see a nice doji candle or a nice hammer candle form at the bottom round here, then I will look to take a buy from this area. So that'll be what I'm watching for on EURGBP. Yeah, still waiting for stuff to happen on this pair. So at the moment I've steered clear from it. So I'll wait to buy from this demand zone at the bottom here, which we obviously got the previous buy from, and we reached the TP zone. But yes, currently I'm waiting to see price form support around this demand zone at the bottom again before I take another buy on that one. So with that one, we'll move on to EURGBP. And yeah, price is getting squeezed into the corner, a bit of sideways action, nothing much really happening. We've touched in this demand zone a couple of times, but as you see, price has not really gone anywhere since we touched this previous supply zone at the top. So I'm going to wait to see when price reaches the moving average to see what happens there. We could even break below this trend line for a move lower, or if price holds a trend line, then I'll probably look to buy, maybe get a little cheeky buy. Ideally, I would like to see a break above and then possibly test that level for a buy to go higher, or if price does maybe break below the trend line, I'd like to see a retest and then a move lower. So not really much to take at the moment on GBPJPY. We did miss that trade from that demand zone because I was waiting for it to come down, but currently it's moving sideways and we're getting caught in a corner at the moment. So I'll wait for price to show us its direction on this pair. So break above, retest, break below, sell. So not much going on the pound JPY at the minute. I'll wait for price to show us the next direction after we get trapped into this corner. So after that we'll move to EURAUD, and this one is running heavily in profits finally after the hard start to the new year. We caught a good trade on this one. We hit TP1 zone, which is 300 odd pips. We have peaked at 445 pips. Currently price is 405 pips in profit, so that's a great haul with the stop loss above the previous high, which was 44 pips. It's almost 10 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Vitally, we're trading below the moving average now, looking for TP2 zone for this demand zone here, which caused the push previously. Let's adjust that one. Yeah, so we might even get a little pullback here to create a lower high, and then we'll look for continuation to complete the move down to the TP2 zone. Yeah, so if you're in that one, obviously I closed half my position when we reached the imbalance here at TP1 zone. I'm running risk free now, stop losses in profit, and I'm just going to let this play out now, and then I will look to possibly get a buy in, possibly here or maybe down at this big weekly demand zone at the bottom. So yeah, so running in profits, closed off in position, which obviously equates to 5% from the 1% ish. So it's easy to watch things play out once you've taken profit and your move is risk free. So yeah, so if you follow me on that one, do as I've done and close off your position and just let it play out, and we'll see what happens when we get to some of these big zones for the next trade. So with that one, we'll move to EURUSD. I did take a buy. I posted the charts out on Instagram and on the forums that I follow and post on. I took a buy from this demand zone. I did go straight into profit, but we've since seen a little drop back in price. Now I'd like to see price create a higher low here, hopefully maybe move a little bit sideways to break above, but price does look bearish, I will agree. Obviously we are still in a bearish trend, even though we did slightly break this high. It could have just been a fake out and we could move lower, so I'm quite aware that we could keep moving south, possibly go to this demand zone at the bottom here. But for now I'm still going to hold it and just going to keep watch on that one. If we do come down to my entry zone, I'll see how bearish the price action is on the 4-hour time frames, and I'll possibly decision to close it round the entry zone and look to buy in at the bottom here if it does look like it will keep continuing. So yeah, slightly in profit on this one still. Not much. 12-15 pips is nothing really, but profit's profit. Could take it, close it, take the pips, and watch what happens. But while I'm still in it and I'm still in profit, I'm going to leave it for now and just keep watch this week to see what happens. So yeah, I mean, even if you didn't follow me, it's a chance to possibly get in on this demand zone here to go upwards, or possibly on this demand zone at the bottom here for a move north. I think the move north's coming because the dollar, it looks weak. It looks weak to me. If you look at the DXY, it looks bearish and weak. So I can see some upside coming on this pair. So as I say, whilst I'm in this position, I'm going to keep it open for now, and then I'll continue to watch. But that's what I'm looking for. This demand zone. If you didn't follow last time, now may be your time to buy from this zone. If we see support forming on the smaller time frames, then it gives you a chance to get in. So that's EURUSD. With that, I'll move on to gold. And another one that we're running heavily in profits. Obviously, it gives us a chance to hold pairs like EURUSD because we've made such a good return on EURAUD and obviously gold, which I'll go over now. Gold. So originally, obviously, we bought. Been over many times. We've reached our first supply zone. We bought originally. I went over the last video from this candle close here. The last video we were sitting in this supply zone. You know, weeks ago we've already moved our stop loss above entry price. I've closed off a position when we were in this supply zone, letting the rest run. But we've currently hit this this higher supply zone at the top here. We've peaked at 1,053 pips, so I'm sure you'll all agree that is a huge amount of pips for return, especially when you consider the risk, which was let's go here, so 173. So another almost 10 to 1 risk to reward ratio that we've hit. As I say, I'm letting gold play on this one. I think there's some further upside coming. We might even see it create a little demand zone, possibly on a little higher low here for a break above the supply zone here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 1940s, 1950s coming into play with this supply zone at the top here. So I'm going to keep hold for this one now. If you followed me on this, do the same. If you didn't and you're looking to get in, it's pretty tough. I can see a drop coming because we've had some very steep bullish price action. So sometimes the quicker it rises, the quicker it falls. So I see that come into play. But obviously, as I'm totally risk free now and I've already taken profit on half a position, I'm just letting this play out now, and I'll just continue holding it now until we see a dramatic fall, or until we reach the supply zone at the top here, 1940s, 1950s. But I can see that coming into play onto gold. If you have a look at weekly, this is the highest that it's been in recent times, and there's a big, huge demand zone, supply zone there. Sorry, that we could tap into, but this is the one that we're currently in. I can see a break. If we can see it break above that, then we're certainly going to hit the supply zone here on the daily for the 1950s. As you can see on the weekly time frame, it's only really 3 bullish candles, but we've seen some good momentum, so there's no signs of it stopping just yet. As I say, we are going to see a drop back in price at some point, but that's only a pullback in the trend. Will create fresh demand zones that people can buy in from. So yeah, so gold's still bullish for now for me. I'm looking to target this 1950, 1960 area. Possibly could even stack our position and get another buy once we see a pullback form. As I say, the moving average is only just pointing 45 degrees upwards now. So yeah, we still need to see price pull back, and we could even see some interaction for some dynamic support to continue the move up north. So still plenty of action to come in gold, from my opinion. Yeah, we'll keep watching for now. From onto that, we'll move on to Bitcoin, which is dropping back in price currently still. I've been over why I bought in from that zone here. We could see, I'd like to see it hold this zone here. So there's a little supply zone there that was obviously flipped, which could create a little demand zone here. So if Bitcoin breaks this, then I will probably close my position and see where we fall. A lot of people are saying it's still going to drop deeper into this big demand zone here at the bottom in the 30s, in 30,000 range, 29,000. I mean, none of us know really. It's still all up in the air, Bitcoin. It's relatively new, especially to technical analysis and what's going on in the world. So if we can see it breaking here, I'm just going to pull some money out and then watch for the next entry, possibly from this demand zone again, which we saw the buying power last time. Or we could just create a higher low here and then continue to push upwards, but we'll keep watching for now. So yeah, I mean, it could even present an opportunity to buy in for people that missed the first opportunity around this zone. If we don't see it break here and we see a doji candle form, it could produce a buy signal for you to enter. Obviously low risk, only use 0.5%, 1%, because it's quite volatile Bitcoin. As we can see here, we've got a very big bearish engulfing candle. So yeah, so if it breaks this zone here, 38,000, I'll probably close my position. I might even enter again on the same demand zone that I entered on the first time, but I'll have to wait and see how strong the moves are going on Bitcoin. But for now, still in profit, still holding, watching to see if it breaks this level. If not, I'll continue to hold for a move upwards. So that's it for this week. A couple of pairs watching: EURGBP, Pound JPY, heavily in profit on Euro AUD and gold. Euro USD slightly in profit, which I could look to close. Obviously the same with Bitcoin. So big moves are happening. Lots of stuff to watch out for. So if you like the video, give us a like and subscribe. And yeah, as I say, give us a comment. Anything, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. I'd like to hear other people's views and opinions on where pairs are moving. So yeah, until that, I will see you again next week.